Hey guys, I'm Ubiru and welcome to World of Warships. Today we'll be looking at destroyers, also known as torpedo boats. The main purpose of the torpedo boat is survivability is limited. It is the weaker ship at the moment. Artillery carries light guns. This one has 4 of them. I'm playing as the tier 5 Japanese destroyer, Minekaze it's called. So it has light guns, 4 of them. I think the caliber is only something like 120 millimeters, which is very little in comparison to the battleship's 360 with the Congo. But the main features of the torpedo boat is obviously torpedoes. With this one, torpedoes is a priority. It has the highest damaging stat for this. We have a rating of 22 here for this particular ship. And the premise is, you see the on the deck of the ship. There's these sort of torpedo carriers. There's 3 of them, 1 at the front and 2 in the middle and back. And these fire into the water from each side, and they fire 2 torpedoes each. So 6 torpedoes in 1 salvo. And these torpedoes do an exceptional amount of damage. They move not very fast. They move something like 50 kilometers per hour speed, which isn't very fast in this game. I think it's actually knots in this game, which isn't too far off miles per hour. But these torpedoes, they do an exceptional amount of damage. If they were to hit, I mean, your main target as a torpedo ship, a destroyer, is battleships, aircraft carriers. And if you were to hit a battleship with 6 torpedoes, or it would be almost an instant kill. They do around, I think it's up to 10,000 damage per torpedo, so that's 60,000 damage, which can easily knock off a tier 5 or tier 6 battleship out of the water. Not only does it just do standard alpha damage, but the torpedoes also they're also fantastic with putting holes in ships, causing them to sink, causing them to go on fire. And this is the main thing that sinks ships. Every ship has a repair function, a repair ability, which they use to repair fires, repair gun damage, repair holes in ships. But that's only on a 2-minute cooldown. If the ship's on minor fire and they use the repair button to stop the fire, and then you have torpedo salvo, just 2 torpedoes, and you put holes in the battleship, and it causes flooding, then the ship will gradually sink. And I don't think there's any auto repair function for flooding. I think there's an auto repair function for fires, but not flooding. So if you get flooded and you can't repair, then and you have 2-minute cooldown, you're going to sink. And it's quite painful. It's something like 500 damage for every 3 seconds of flooding, which is quite a lot. I think it depends on the displacement of the ship. Obviously, the bigger ships does more damage, the smaller ships do less damage, and so on. But anyway, the torpedoes is quite a large part of this ship. I'll get into some gameplay in a moment, but before so, I'll just quickly touch up on the anti-air guns. And the anti-air guns are not the best. You know, they're probably the best sort of anti-air guns are either cruisers or battleships. And this one only has a rating of 2. This is only a tier 5 destroyer, so not too that big there. But yeah, the idea isn't really for this to be an anti-air sort of ship. It's the cruisers' main priority and battleships to sort of deal with the planes. But the amazing thing about destroyers in this game, they all have in common, pretty much, is maneuverability and concealment is the best in the game. Maneuverability, as you can see, this one is 91. And basically that means it can move very fast in a straight line. And if you wanted to turn left or right, you can do so with a very limited turning circle. It's quite fun to play, actually. It's probably the most fun, for me at least, the most fun type of ship to play in the game at the moment. Battleship is a fantastic to play, but it's a bit sluggish. It doesn't... when you get close, it's great battleship, but when you get close with this, it's very fragile. Obviously, with the survivability is very low. If you get hit by a battleship HE round or cruiser round, or even planes, you can sink very easily in one of these torpedo boats. But concealment is another one which is fantastically high, as I mentioned a second ago. Concealment is how long you remain invisible, similar to World of Tanks, where you have cover, like grass or whatever. With this one, it's smoke. You have a unique ability as destroyers, which is smokescreen, and smokescreen is used to get away from touchy, sticky situations. And the concealment also helps that. I mean, if you put smoke around you and you turn your anti-air guns off and you don't fire your guns, you are pretty much invisible, unless of course the enemy is close to you. I'm not sure what the exact proximity is for the other ships to spot you, but it's not too excessive, I don't think. So we've had a quick look at the ship. Concealment is ridiculously high. Maneuverability is fantastic. It can turn very quickly. Anti-air guns are limited. Torpedo boat, the torpedoes are fantastic. The guns don't do a lot of damage, and survivability, as I mentioned. 1 or 2 hits from a HE from a cruiser or a battleship is an instant death, and a torpedo from another torpedo boat or a cruiser is an instant kill as well, because the health of this ship is only around 10,000. So not a huge amount. So we had a quick run through of this ship. Let's get into a game. So as a destroyer, the main objective really is to find, well, from how my play experience has been so far, is to sort of find lots of small clusters of rocks for cover, and little gaps where you can put the torpedoes. I'll show you. For instance, on this map, I'm going to head towards A. Okay, so here's the destroyer. As you can see on the bottom of the screen, as I mentioned at the start of the video, that we have a unique ability called Smoke. It's like a smoke screen, and that is T. I'll use that when I get a bit closer, so I actually have some use for it, because it does have quite a large cooldown. Next to it, of course, we have R, which is Repair, which is with every type of ship. 1 and 2 is obviously HE and AP rounds. And the next thing is 3, which is torpedo firing. And of course, as you move the ship around, the torpedoes sort of move. They move a lot faster than the guns, fortunately. And we are reloaded. So you can do from one side, like you fire all in one side. There's not like 3 for each side of the ship. There's only 3 torpedo carriers for the whole ship. So you can fire either side. It's no problem. So I'm going to click 3 now. And we have this screen come up. Now this screen shows you the arc of the of where the torpedoes will go, and not same with the other side. You can limit the arc by pressing 3 again, which makes it a smaller end point for where the torpedoes will land. Okay, we're nearing closer to where we want to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the corner, probably hit the smoke. Well, fire torpedoes, hit the smoke, and get the hell out. There's usually a good gap in this area up here which I can fire the torpedoes in. I'll show you. I'm going to hit 3, and I'm going to fire down this little gap here, because lots of ships tend to just go down there. So I'm leaving all the shots to go in the little gap between the rocks there. There's a destroyer right there, so I'm going to hit the smoke. Your worst enemy as a torpedo boat / destroyer, whatever you want to call it, is a cruiser. The second worst is obviously another destroyer. Destroyers are very fast, they keep up with you, they also do torpedoes, but you don't really worry about those as a destroyer. Cruisers, however, they have a lot of armor, and they do pack a punch. They have torpedoes as well, which helps, but their guns really do wreck you.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
So we have a destroyer in that little bay there, and we have a cruiser coming around. Good thing with this is there's like an aim system with the torpedoes. You see, I'm targeting this guy over here, this cruiser, from this distance. These have obviously torpedoes have a limit to how far they can fire. Mine are 10 kilometers, and you can see there's like a white marker thing just where that shows you the direction in which the cruiser is going. And if I was to fire these torpedoes here at the current ship's speed, I'll be hitting it. Obviously, he'll probably see it coming and he'll fire, and if I fire from here, I hit the rock, so it's kind of irrelevant. I'm doing quite a lot of anti-air fire onto these dive bombers. Oh, torpedoes. Can I avoid them? Oh, I'm going to get hit. Left, 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 left. Oh, nice. Very fast and very maneuverable. This guy's going to get hit, though. Ooh. Painful. I don't know why an aircraft carrier is this close to battle. It's very odd. Most of the combat is on the other side of the map, on sea. A lot of their ships are here, though. I might need to tactically retreat. There's lots of planes overhead. Yeah. That aircraft carrier is not going to be there for much longer. Made a pretty bad mistake. Oh dear, look at those. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in pepperoni. So I'm going to try and get my guns to aim now. They do aim very slowly and fire at this destroyer. I'm firing HE at destroyers because they're very soft targets. They have no armor.
All stations requesting fire support.
I need to get the hell out of here quickly because my survivability is not a lot, and there's a cruiser there. See if I can get some fire onto this guy with torpedoes. Firing all torpedoes, you get 6, and the reload is around 40 seconds. So if he continues at the same speed as he was, in the same direction, they will hit. I'm getting the hell out of here. Oh my gosh, there's no allies near me now. And he's really following close. I can actually use this to my advantage. As destroyers, it's nice to hide around rocks, like so. Oh no, there's a bloody battleship in front of me. And then plant. Usually it's nice to creep around them and do torpedoes into ships when they're coming around the corner. Quite handy. I do have smoke up and I will use it to cover my retreat. We lost that side of the map, but it's not too big of a deal. Now, hopefully this guy can't see me. I mean, I can see him because he's a big battleship. But I just put some smoke down, so I have the advantage here. Obviously, you have HE and AP rounds with this ship, but AP and they don't do a lot of damage, as I said. They're very low caliber guns. They don't do a lot of overall damage. Oh god, he has got me. If I was to fire 8p at this battleship, it would do next to no damage. And with the low caliber of these guns, they only have a max range of around 7.5 kilometers, so I can't really get him from this distance. Okay, I have covered with the retreat. See if I can get to sea. It's quite even at the moment. When you get to around tier 5, you tend to, because it's closed beta, you tend to have a lot of tier 7 ships. Well, I've had a few tier 8 ships as well. They're quite painful to play up against, to be honest with you. But I guess as torpedoes, if they hit a ship, they're going to sink it anyway. See if I can fire at this guy. No. I will attempt to, then once I get past this rock. I do have 10 kilometers max distance on these. Oh, he is reversing. Just fire at a slightly bigger angle because he is turning around. I don't know, it's quite fun to play. And this particular Japanese destroyer, the Minekaze it's called, it's laid out slightly different to the American ones. The American ones usually have fewer deployers, fewer torpedo deployers. They usually have 2. They have 4 on each, so they have a maximum salvo of 8. They have 2 of those, and the maximum of this is 6. I'm not sure about the torpedo damage, but I assume it's about the same as the Americans. This one. But they're about the same sort of size, the American ones. Of course, there are quite a lot of, with different factions coming out, you know, in due course. There'll be plenty more destroyers coming out, along with other types of ships. I hope they're going to be another type of class. I don't know, maybe more specific ones. Like they have cruisers already, we have battleships already. We don't have battle cruisers per se. It's like there's no sort of it doesn't really specify on what kind they are. Anyway, we're in a big battle here. See if we can lead these shots onto this destroyer. We are losing the battle though. Yeah. Oh, we're winning on the stats, but we're losing on kills. Oh dear. I'm gonna die here.
Hull breach, we're taking on water quickly.
That hurt. That's what one torpedo does to a ship.
Problem solved,
That was only
sir.
a cruiser torpedo, so it does less damage than a destroyer torpedo. It's pretty devastating. Oh shit, I killed my friend.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
No, I didn't. I missed him barely. Oh dear. Why am I going this way? Change to AP rounds, see if I can get some firing onto this battleship. Don't know how effective it will be though. Probably not very. No, I'm pretty much done. Oh dear, I didn't expect that. Come on, turn, turn, turn.
All three is in sight.
Oh no. When you get close quarters with a torpedo boat destroyer, it's kind of hard to deal with carriers or cruisers. Well, cruisers or battleships. They tend to destroy you very easily. It's more fun to play as a destroyer, face hugging a battleship. It's more dangerous for you, but
The enemy is
it's
about
fun
to
when you
win.
get a full torpedo salvo on the enemy. We are currently losing the fight, unfortunately. We have 3 battleships up left. 3 cruisers and 1. They have quite a lot. They have quite a big advantage. Now I'll pause here and I'll get back with another game in 1 moment. Okay, it's another game. Let's hopefully we get a this time round. Let's hope we get a couple of nice torpedo hits. I actually like this position on this map. We're currently over C, but there is no one else here. I'll make a marker for the team to come help me. Anyway, what I like doing on in this current setup, on this current map, is it's the same map as we just had, but we're obviously rotating instead of A, we're on C. I like going straight at this rock, turning a very sharp right torpedoes, turning around with a very sharp turn right, all the way back, and then another torpedo salvo, and hopefully we'll catch something out. Maybe we'll go round the rock and fire in between. We'll see what happens. There'll probably be a couple of destroyers here. Hopefully I'll have some support. That would be nice. So I'm going to turn now, get my missiles up, get them onto aim, and then just fire straight. I have 10 kilometers max fire on these. I'll just turn left this time. Doesn't seem like there's many people here. If someone does appear and I need to hide, I can press T and I will instantly disappear. So I'm just turning the A, D keys very quickly here, and you can see that the 91 movability is very apparent. Like, you turn very quickly. And like with seafaring, it is, you know, when you hold with the bigger ships, if you hold right, it takes ages to turn right, and then it takes ages to correct to go straight. With this one, it's very quick. I'm going to fire more torpedoes just around here. See if I can catch someone out. Someone going fast around the corner, perhaps. I'm going to stop here, see if we can cap it. There we go.
Our team has taken the lead.
No sign of any enemies just yet, which does worry me, because they could be storming down the middle. In fact, they're not even capping anything yet. I might see some resistance here shortly. torpedo planes. They have 2 aircraft carriers and a dive bomber. Okay, I'm gonna quickly turn left. Oh, that's proximity alarm. Don't want to crash into that rock. Oh god, now I've been spotted. There's fire down there. I have shot down a plane, fortunately. Oh dear. Right. Avoid the torpedoes. Avoid my allied ship. Oh shit! Oh my. What was that? Oh dear. Oh, I must have got it as soon as they spawned. I was on it, so it didn't blow up. Oh, that's good. I've never seen that before. Okay, now they're beginning to appear around the corner. I'm going to go back over there, hide around this little, in between the 2 rocks, on my side, keep the torpedoes aimed at the enemy, and when they turn around the corner, try to cap, they will die. I could do this, or I could go round and flank them. I can see 2 ships now, destroyers, there could be some there. Actually no, I think the destroyers are on the other side of the map. I'm going to go around them, I think, with this battleship. See if I can get some flanking shots onto these guys. She is coming in quite fast. No, I'll go around. Of course, it's a very risky maneuver going around these guys because they probably are turning about now just to get away from this cruiser. We have a nice surprise for them. If I get a full broadside of torpedoes onto one of them, then it's pretty much an instant kill. Very good. Very good fun when you get it off, but can be quite stressful when you don't get it. When you when you get shot in the rear, you get critical hits, which could damage your rudder. I've had that before on this ship. Same with every ship, you can get a critical hit on your rudder, which keeps you in a certain direction. And of course, you can't turn to fire the torpedoes. So then it's just a pain to actually do any damage, and you're pretty much dead at that point. So one is already dead, pretty much. I will try and get behind this other one before he dies. I see a torpedo plane coming in. We'll turn right. Probably will. Oh, there we go. He died very quickly. We have a destroyer in our base. What else do they have? I could go hunting for some aircraft carriers. That sounds fun. Yeah, I might do that. But it does take quite a while. Aircraft carriers, they're very slow, they're very sluggish, they can't maneuver very well. They have a lot of armor, usually. They're defended by planes, but planes don't do a lot of good against a destroyer because, you know, destroyers move fast. Could be a close call. Just a way of tracking where the aircraft carriers are is just checking the map to see where the planes are coming from. And I can see this guy just appeared middle there, so I assume, and that guy as well, that the aircraft carriers are in that direction. They usually tend to stick together from what games I've seen. I've never actually sunk a carrier in this game yet, myself. I've seen them being sunk. They're big mammoths of a ship. Probably the biggest ships in the game. They do take a beating, but full broadside of torpedoes, they won't be able to maneuver away from it because as a aircraft carrier... oh, there it is.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Aircraft carriers have no guns. Well, they have some secondary armament, but that's kind of irrelevant. You can't control them. He has no escort, so this guy is rather doomed. This guy behind me can get some firing onto him very soon. Put the smoke down so they can't actually spot me for where... Yeah, that would be nice. No. Disable them. What the hell? The problem with this ship specifically is anti-air guns still fire when you have smoke on, so you need to disable it with P. Disabling them you know, then stops you being revealed. And they're not going for me, they're going straight for the battleship. They think he's the bigger threat, but they don't know that if I have a full broadside available of... oh, this is going to be fantastic. I can do two rounds here. First one will be now. I'll just quickly get some off quickly right now. There's 1, 2, 3. And then I'll turn about, get some HE rounds on this guy, maybe set one fire. Then I'm going to go closer and closer and then just obliterate him with torpedoes. Ooh. I hope this battleship doesn't destroy him before I do. Come on, torpedoes. I think he might outrun them. Maybe. Yeah, he's turning very sharply right. I'm being hit by the secondary armament. Got to be very wary of torpedoes now because he will be throwing everything at me. Oh dear. I have been dive bombed. I am doing more torpedoes now though. Got to get these shots off. Set him on fire would be nice. I knocked out 2 of his guns with his secondary armament. Are these going to hit? No. Oh, he avoided them. 20-second reload. Our torpedoes incoming. I'm going to outrun them, fortunately.
Our victory is in sight.
I've got to get them off. I've got to get closer. I've got to get closer. 10 seconds. Second armament could kill me. Have to be very wary now. 3-second reload.
The enemy is about to win.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! Got him. Oh, wow. When he's destroyed, I believe the planes still do their thing. The last command. They complete the last command and then they die or disappear. I'm not sure. So he might have sent them to kill me. I have to be a bit wary. We are winning this by, well, incrementally winning this. By stats, we are winning. 915 to 788. Ships, we are also winning at the moment. But now, the problem with tracking aircraft carriers is they always hide at the back of the map. Very safe location, and I have to go all the way back, which takes quite a long time. Unless I want to find the other one. There is another aircraft carrier around here somewhere. Oh, it's so nice seeing downing an aircraft carrier with a destroyer. Because they're helpless. They can't really do anything. Their torpedo planes don't do a lot, really, to save them. They do a lot of it against the bigger ships, but destroyers can avoid everything. No, it's quite nice. Anyway, only going 40 knots at the moment, not too fast. We are going to win imminently, though, it seems. Yep, just a couple more ticks and we have the game in the bag. There we go. Killed a ship. When you kill the ships in domination mode, you get points. And the points go towards a score, so you can cap and kill ships for the match's cause. So I thought that went quite well. We got 2, well, it says two torpedo hits. Shot down 2 planes, we destroyed the aircraft carrier, we flooded the aircraft carrier, we captured the base. 800 experience and 60,000 credits. Not too bad. So overall, I do like the destroyers and the torpedo boats. They are very fun to play. Probably my favourite in the game at the moment. They're very maneuverable. They're not very strong. But it's the pleasure of getting 6 torpedoes to hit a battleship, or an aircraft carrier, or a destroyer. Yeah, that's the cherry on the cake for me. So this is the Minekaze, whatever you want to call it. I'll be unlocking the tier 6 in due course, and the next video will probably be the aircraft carrier. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.